is a remarkable airplane with a very, very, very fast wing on it. And now to do a demonstration for you, let's take a look to the right as we launch Ron Saglimbene, Dr. Smoke, in his Cy Marchetti. It's a light attack fighter that's used for transitioning pilots into jet aircraft. It was built in Italy, still active in the Air Force of over 20 countries throughout Europe, Africa, and Asia. Ron Saglimbene, Dr. Smoke, is airborne. The first series of maneuvers starts with a rolling hammerhead. He's going to be diving in at a speed of over 250 miles per hour. And having had a little experience in this airplane, I can tell you that it gets to 250 miles an hour very, very quickly. A high-speed wing, not unlike that of the P-51 Mustang. Almost a laminar flow wing. Watch him as he dives down, sets up for the rolling hammerhead. He's going to pull straight back on the stick. That's the first of the smoke we're going to see today. Rolls it on the upline. One full roll. He'll run it out of airspeed, push on the left rudder pedal and turn it around for a quick hammerhead. Now watch for the smoke. This is why they call him Dr. Smoke. It's red, from white to red. He's going to roll the airplane over on its back. Points straight down at the ground and pulls back through. Back to white smoke. And now to green smoke. That's why they call him Dr. Smoke. Although colored smoke's been part of air shows for years, until now it's only been done by using smoke grenades, which can only be used once until they burn out. Dr. Smoke has figured out a way to turn different colors off and on while he's flying. Red, white, and green, this color combination fits since the SF-260 is painted in the colors of the Italian Air Force. Now he's going to gain some speed there, pulls up into a high G turn, climbing. Pushes over the top. Almost 0 G right there. If there was some example of making something look easy, this is it. He'll pull up into the vertical. At the same time, turn the aircraft 90 degrees so that the top will be facing him before he kicks it over. On the way down, does a snap roll. And a quick 4-point. Turning the smoke back onto white. The SF-260 was designed in Italy for the European military market, but many of the parts that go into it are made in the United States. It's got a 260 horsepower Lycoming engine, American brakes and radios, and almost all of the bearings, cables, and hardware that hold it together come from the United States. A few years back, the Air Force Academy considered purchasing the SF-260 for the Air Force Academy, but the deal didn't go through. And because of it, there are a few SF-260s out there with Air Force markings. There's the 8-point hesitation roll. As Sag returns for his next pass, look how thin the wing of the SF-260 is. It was designed to train pilots to fly jet fighters. To give it that fighter-like feel, the wing is small and thin. What makes it go so fast, it'll cruise at 225 miles per hour and dive at 300 miles per hour. Now, a thin wing doesn't hold much fuel. That's why the SF-260 has those big tip tanks. If you look closely, the next pass, you can see the wheels are too thick to fit completely into the wing when they're retracted. Now that is a thin wing. It took 2 years to develop and install the colored smoke system that you see here today. Almost every airshow performer who has seen Dr. Smoke this season has asked how he did it, and he won't be long before you see a lot more colored smoke at airshows. Just remember, he saw it here first. And he really has the mix good. As he rolls the airplane all the way around 360 degrees at the top of the loop and completes what is known as the avalanche. That thin wing allowed him to accelerate from 140 miles an hour to 200 miles an hour in just 4 seconds. This is the green giant. He rolls it on his back, comes over the top with a roll and a half into the upright position. Even with the control surfaces of the wings at maximum deflection, the airplane will barely roll. He is on the verge of stalling. There's just enough control left to finish the roll. Now he calls this next reposition the dairy turn. Most of the aerobatic maneuvers began as ways to avoid being shot down or to gain an advantage in aerial combat. That one was developed in World War I as a way to get an enemy aircraft off your tail. You roll one way, and then when your opponent follows, you continue rolling until you're going in the opposite direction. In this case, rolling right to go to the left. That's the double roll. One of the nicest looking aircraft that has ever been designed. Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Marchettis, the Italians know how to make machines that have style. Sag and the other performers that you watch here today are a special group of people. They spend hours and hours learning how to fly, and hours perfecting their skills. Most of them don't make a living doing this. The reality is that it generally costs more to maintain the aircraft than you will see flying here today than anyone earns from actually flying. Saglimbene, Dr. Smoke. And it's on. Shoves forward on the stick. Look at the acceleration. This is one fast airplane. for the show, to his family and friends, especially to his son, Jason, who will be here tomorrow. He's a lieutenant in the Navy stationed at Pax River, and his wife, Andrea, who is a captain in the United States Army. Both will be here tomorrow, and he hopes you've enjoyed watching him put the SF-260 through its paces. Dr. Smoke will be bringing it into land, and then we'll be launching the United States Air Force's F-16 West Coast demonstration team, and Master Sergeant Carl Falcione will be narrating that for you. Then we'll be launching the air power demo. We will have our national anthem and a flag jump by the Royal Regimental Parachute Team, the Red Devils. And then we'll have the fleet flyby. The Red Devils will do their team jump. Bill Leff will be back for his full show. Shockwave, Bob Carlton, the Raptor, Heritage Flight, Otto the helicopter, another Red Devils jump. Team MS-760, retired Navy Captain Dale Snodgrass coming home to roost, but this time in the Paris jet, along with retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Jerry Jive Kirby. We'll be honoring the POWs and MIAs on this day. And we've got the Horsemen, the world's only P-51 Mustang demonstration team, brought to you by ASB.TV, and that's my sponsor.